So your question, we want to say congratulations on your feature directorial Creed 3. So,
Thank you.
magnificent movie, directed so visually. So what was your experience trying to develop a character and whilst as a director?
It was very challenging. It was very challenging. You know, I think I overthought the idea of what it was going to be like. You know, what it was going to be like to multitask in that type of way. But once we started doing it and getting on set, things just started to just create its own natural rhythm. I think one of the hard thing is the time. You know, you only have a limited amount of time to do certain things, and I'm dealing with a lot of new elements as well, like an interpreter. A child. And they can only be on set for a certain amount of time. And you're dealing with two interpreters, time. I only have 2 hours to get the shot. Like, oh my God, I got to get it. And I have to kind of be in character and like deliver in front of the cameras. That kind of system made certain parts pretty challenging. And then imagine just like in a boxing ring, like boxing and not being able to use my hands, then having a deaf actress on set, and then having to like communicate a certain type of way to the interpreters. They can communicate it to her a certain type of way. So I had a lot of challenges on this one, but I never felt more alive.
Wow, wonderful. That was important there. So lots of challenges. And how did you deal with the mindset of being the director and a character? How did you deal with that frame of mind, particularly your mindset? And what did you discover during that process?
You just have to be relentless, you can't think about it too much. You just got to do it. You just one step at a time, one day at a time, and give it everything you got every day. I think that's the mind state that you got to have.
So I have a question for you. I loved watching you with Amara, your daughter, and Bianca. The dialogue, the relationship, and sign language was so beautiful. As a deaf viewer, I could see that has power. So well done. So I just wanted to ask you the question, what was it like to work with Mila as a deaf person? Why is representation of a deaf character cast for this film important to the story?
It was amazing. Like I learned so much, from her mom, from her family. Her families are all deaf, and her brothers and sisters. So having them on set at times, she's so full of life and just charismatic and she's a little jokester. She's always pulling pranks on set, and she kept us on our toes, So she was great, and it also it helped inform some of the story and character decisions that we made throughout the filming, because the from the hearing, the hearing has a sometimes not empathy but sympathy, and that's not cool, So I wanted to normalize it in a way where we didn't think about it, and we just shot her like we would shoot her a regular, a normal girl. And obviously in the story we took things the character needed in the movie to let people know that, oh, this is ASL family. So there's certain things that we had to be intentional about. But other than that, we wanted her to be a normal girl, in normal circumstances, who had trouble expressing herself, and like Adonis had trouble expressing himself. And from that, we just did what we had to do.
Really, thank you for that. The authentic representation within the story. We were made to feel included. Mm-hmm. The deaf community are being normalised, so thank you. So, Amara, your daughter, in the film, yes, in the film, she takes inspiration from her father, who was a boxer, who she looks up to. So would you encourage her into boxing? In real life, could she become a boxer and overcome current barriers?
It's weird. It's like I wanted to show the difference between Adonis and Bianca, you know, and how they were both raised differently, that had different views on parenting. Adonis is obviously struggling with some childhood trauma, you know, that's informing him to, you know, wanting her to protect herself. And whether or not we move in the future, you know, to have her kind of, you know, get a little bit more comfortable and get into the ring, I wanted to show the beginning stages of what, you know, could be. And I also needed Adonis and Bianca to come together and get on the same page and parent and teach their daughter one message. Instead of hearing one thing from Bianca and hearing one thing from Adonis, they needed to get on the same page. So I built these natural conflicts and between the family so they can come together at the end.
Everybody that's watched the movie, watched your personal story, the film that you directed, what do you want the audience to take home about the film?
I think that no matter how hard your past is, because everybody has a past, everybody has childhood trauma in one way, shape, or form that they either ignore or they've addressed, some struggle, some pain. And if you don't address it and talk about it, at some point, you know, it's going to start to disrupt you and you're not live up to your full potential. And I wanted to show that, you know, no matter what you've been through, that you can face it and you can overcome those challenges and become a better person, become a full person.
We just want to quickly challenge you with sign language.
Okay, let's do it. What you got for me?
For an iconic sign, the word Creed, the name Creed, what would you sign for that? Something visual.
Like one symbol, like or to spell it out, like.
No.
Visual?
Yeah, come up with something visual. It's been used in the film.
That's good. Can you guys help me? Wait. A little bit.
We've seen your passion of Creed in the ring. What would it be when you get up and you're ready to fight?
It's so cheap, I know, but I feel like it's so cheap if I just do this. It's so obvious, right? It's like I'm trying to find something cool. It's like what's
you
it?
can create it. You can
Create
create something. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It's almost like something that's like that. Punch. Like that. Punch. Like that. Creed.
Creed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Excellent.
The fact that you gave it to me, I feel like, because doesn't somebody have to give you your name?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So you gotta give me mine. Yeah. So here, this one.
That's to a character.
But that's for the character.
That's for the character.
But
Personal.
personal, I don't know you as a person,
Okay,
so
okay,
that
okay.
would be a different.
Next time I meet
get a
you
flavour
guys,
of
you can give me mine. Is that okay? Okay. Okay.
Definitely. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
It was great.
Let me get the card.